more spending, less revenue.
Alberta will face a deficit of $9.4 billion this fiscal year. That's the reality in front of us.
And a tax increase for Calgary homeowners, making a difference for a cancer patient.
It just feels less lonely and you feel heard.
How a helpline made a big difference. And farewell to a group that helps people with disabilities.
It's devastating, not just to us, but to the community.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. Alberta's new budget has a soaring deficit this year with no indication when the province will be able to balance the books. The finance minister says they're spending where it matters, but revenue is not keeping up. Jordan Canagan is at the legislature with more. And Jordan, what does this mean for Albertans?
Ian, it's a budget that sees spending climb in ministries such as education and healthcare, but revenue has dropped significantly, mostly because of low oil prices and global instability. All told, what it means is that the deficit will reach near $9.4 billion. The red ink will continue beyond the next 3 years. The government is on track to spend at least $82 billion in the budget. That's up from $75 billion last year, while provincial debt will grow to $109 billion. Bitumen royalties Alberta is projected to collect has cratered, estimated to be $9.6 billion this year, about half of what it was in 2024-25. The budget is built off the price of West Texas Intermediate hovering around $60 per barrel for the year. The education budget is up 7%. Healthcare will climb nearly 6%. Now, to try and help pay for it all, dozens of provincial fees will be hiked, from motor vehicle fees to public land rental rates to admission at provincial historical sites. There will also be a new vehicle rental fee, and the tourism levy will increase as well. Alberta is supposed to balance the budget. After 3 straight years of deficits, they're already breaking that rule.
When it comes to the 3 consecutive deficits, I would agree. I'd say we're breaking the spirit of the rule right now. Technically, we're not breaking the rule till the 3rd consecutive deficit actually shows up in that year's annual report. But it shows the work isn't done.
Now, the minister acknowledges it is a tough pill to swallow, but says it's a difficult budget that is influenced by global instability, U.S. tariffs, to that instability in the Middle East as well. Now, the budget is built off of oil hovering around $60 per barrel for the year. Every single dollar that drops over the year will be a $680 million hit to Alberta's budget.
Some big numbers to crunch there. Thanks very much, Jordan. The city of Calgary is getting billions of dollars from Alberta's 2026 budget, but it's going to cost taxpayers. Mark Villani is live at City Hall. So, Mark, walk us through what this budget means for Calgarians.
Well, Ian, Calgary is expected to receive more than $6 billion in provincial funding from Budget 2026. The major investments include transit, schools, post-secondary programs, healthcare, as well as municipal infrastructure. That's the good news. But at the same time, the province is hiking the education property tax to about $2.84 per $1,000 of an assessed value on a Calgary residential home. What does that mean? That means that the average Calgary homeowner will pay an extra $340 per year, while in Edmonton, it's a $154 increase. The province is committing $1.1 billion over 3 years to expand the LRT and build a connector to Calgary's International Airport as well. Deerfoot Trail is set for a $266 million upgrade, and $808 million is earmarked to help the city manage growth. There will be education investments too, for 45 ongoing school projects and 14 new schools, and $160 million will go to a multidisciplinary research hub at the University of Calgary. Finally, there will be money for healthcare and to refurbish public spaces. But for Calgary taxpayers, the biggest question is, how much is this going to hurt?
We're getting very close, perilously close, to half of every property tax dollar being collected in the city of Calgary going to the provincial government to fund provincial priorities without a very clear line of sight in terms of whether that's being invested back here in the city of Calgary.
Now, Calgary's Chamber of Commerce is also weighing in on this budget. It says that it's really looking for the province to come up with long-term solutions when it comes to stability and predictability for delivering public services. Ian.
Thanks, Mark. RCMP say human remains discovered in a burned-out vehicle southwest of Calgary earlier this month are that of a 24-year-old Calgary man. The Mounties confirmed the man's death is suspicious. On February 4th, firefighters responded to a grass fire near the Bayou Ranch historic site. Once they extinguished the fire, they found the vehicle with human remains inside. Now, police are appealing for any dash cam footage from the night of February 4th near the intersection of Highways 22 and 540. Specifically, they're looking for a 2022 Dodge Ram pickup truck with a tonneau cover. 2 men are charged after a series of thefts of cash registers at restaurants across Calgary. Police say the thefts happened on February 18th. They say the suspects went into Boyd's Lobster Shop, One Love Caribbean Restaurant, Oakberry Acai Bowls and Smoothies, and Villages Pizza, grabbed the cash register and fled in a 2003 GMC Sierra. 36-year-old Michael Christopher Begg from Lethbridge and 43-year-old Matthew James Kelly of Calgary face several charges. WWE wrestling memorabilia was stolen from a trailer in Lloydminster yesterday, including a Hall of Fame ring belonging to the British Bulldog Davy Boy Smith. RCMP were called to the Central Suite Hotel and believe the theft happened between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. The trailer belongs to the Canadian Wrestling Elite and was ransacked by thieves. A title belt, bag, a golden bracelet were taken, along with a vest previously worn by the British Bulldog Davy Boy Smith, and his Hall of Fame ring, now owned by his son Harry. Most of the items were recovered in a back alley, but the ring and the bracelet are still missing.
It's a great piece of history to show and share with the fans, and I'm certainly very proud of it. You know, it was well deserved and one of the greatest, pieces of history. That it's probably the most valuable item that I do have. There's actually no value on it because it's priceless.
RCMP believe this was a crime of opportunity and not a targeted attack. A hot spot for country music in the Calgary Stampede is relocating as part of a major redevelopment project. Ranchman's Cookhouse and Dance Hall is moving in 2027 from its historic location along McLeod Trail, where it's been for the past 54 years. It has signed a lease for a larger location nearby with plans to develop Ranchman's Village. Renderings show a pedestrian main street with retailers and a large plaza, along with a 5-story residential building. Ranchman's will stay open through the end of 2026, with plans for its final Stampede celebration and new home expected to be revealed in the coming months. And the city is making it easier for Calgarians to build suites in their backyard. A new incentive program kicks in on Monday. It will offer up to $35,000 to support both the cost of construction and the cost of tying into underground infrastructure. City Housing Officer Reed Hendry says more backyard suites will add diversity to the housing market and improve affordability. Danielle joins us now with a first look at the weather, and we've got a rather dramatic change.
We have a lot to talk about here, Ian. And I think the number one thing is treacherous road conditions later tonight. So as the snow kicks in this evening, the winds will still be gusty, creating blizzard-like conditions. We also had a lot of melting today since we got so warm. We got up to 9 degrees this afternoon, and all that will freeze really quickly out there. So underneath the snow, it will also be very icy. So walking, driving, really difficult tonight and for the morning commute. 8 degrees right now. We have the winds still out of the west, gusting closer to that 60 kilometer per hour mark at times today and right now. There you go. There's the system. Doesn't look like much on the radar at this point, but what it will offer is that consistent snowfall. Now ahead of it, we're getting the wind. It's excessively windy south of us, where they've had wind gusts, Pincher Creek, for example, 122 kilometers per hour, and even Medicine Hat over 100. For us in Calgary, we are under a snowfall warning, likely 15 centimeters total, but we could see more than that. That's your 24-hour forecast, brought to you by 5th Avenue Volkswagen. Family-owned, community-driven. Discover more at 5th Avenue Volkswagen.
Thanks, Danielle. They truly are working in harmony. Still to come, the unique cultural partnership between a local band and an Indigenous group. And diagnosed with cancer at 20, a cancer patient got some hope from a national helpline. Students at St. Monica School enjoyed an exclusive mashup performance today. Calgary-based indie folk band Reuben and the Dark collaborated with the Bullhorn Singers, a powwow group from Kainai Nation, for a special performance and educational workshop. The band says the partnership serves as a platform for social awareness, dialogue, and reconciliation.
First, I think it's cool to come into a school and just do something that inspires someone in the arts. The second part is exposing them to some Blackfoot culture, where I don't know if a lot of people have been to a powwow or are familiar with that style of singing.
The band is in town for 4 sold-out performances this week, celebrating the 10th anniversary of their debut album, Funeral Sky. Okay, if you have the opportunity to take Fridays off, or if you can work from home tomorrow,
yes,
tomorrow's the day to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, why drive through that kind of stuff if you don't need to?
Yeah.
If you need to, like we need to.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, because it's not going to be ideal. Even if you can delay when you go out, that could help as well, because tomorrow morning during the big commute, it's not going to be ideal. All right. Here we go. Looking outside, as you just saw by that live shot there, it's hard to imagine this type of weather coming up here, but it's right on our doorstep. The system is tracking down the QE2 as we speak. I'll show you that on the radar. Heavy snow is definitely in our forecast. Now, likely we're looking at 10 to 15 centimeters for most communities in Calgary. Some isolated areas, Calgary and surrounding areas, could actually get up to 30 centimeters. And I'll show you that coming up here. Gusty tonight. So while we've already had gusty conditions, they will continue to be gusty until about 8, 10 o'clock tonight. Then it will slightly ease throughout those overnight hours, but that will create blizzard-like conditions for a temporary amount of time. And then temperatures will be dropping fast. So everything that melted today will freeze out there as well, creating those icy conditions in addition to all the snow. Yeah, kind of like the last round, if you remember that, but with a little more snowfall than the last round. 8 is the temperature in Lethbridge right now, and in Calgary as well. So we've had very warm temperatures. Many communities even got into the double digits. Lethbridge, Brooks, Medicine Hat, Drumheller today, and now sitting around that 9 mark. Here's a look at maximum wind gusts. Check out the far south, over 100 kilometers per hour. Pincher Creek 122, Medicine Hat 102, and Lethbridge at 100 for today. So very gusty there, and it will be very gusty when that snow arrives in the far south as well. Again, blizzard-like conditions there. So the wind warning's in place for the far south. But really what we're looking at, the snowfall warning. Calgary is under the snowfall warning, down to High River, over to Champion, and then over to the Brooks area, and then up the QE2. 30 centimeters of snow in some localized areas, but I'm going to give you the amounts of snow that you can most likely expect in your community. Just a second here. This is that system that's tracking down. It is tracking down a little slower than anticipated by about an hour or 2. So you can expect the snow to arrive in Calgary anywhere between 7 and 9 p.m. Then it will intensify. It will track down Highway 2, move into the Lethbridge area. It will be all along the mountains as well, the foothills. And this will last all day Friday, pretty much. It should move out of Calgary by 11:30 tomorrow night, and then it will slowly move out of the far south by early Saturday morning. Here's a look at amounts that you can most likely expect, about that 15 centimeter mark in Calgary, but again, we could see more than that. 16 for Lethbridge, 10 for Medicine Hat, 15 for Canmore. So it's a big bout of snow on the way. -4 will be the high, but that -4 will be the high early in the morning, and then temperatures will plummet throughout the day to the minus double digits. Wind chills will be in the -20s. And throughout the day, 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. We'll hold on to the cold on Saturday. The snow will be done, but the cold will last on Saturday. -8 will be the high.
Cancer patients in Calgary can no longer reach a doctor on the phone about medical concerns on evenings, weekends, and holidays. The after-hours oncology line for patients of Calgary's Cancer Centre ended in December. Now they're being told to call HealthLink and speak with a registered nurse. The province says cancer patients can expect the same high-quality advice for symptom management. They also point out patients of Edmonton's Cancer Centre have used HealthLink for years. And a young Alberta cancer survivor says a Canada-wide community helpline made a difference for her diagnosis. Caitlin Oracasa was 20 years old when she was diagnosed with an aggressive type of blood cancer. She became overwhelmed and, in search of hope, called Canada's Cancer Information Helpline. The Edmonton woman is now in remission and hopes sharing her experience lets others know support is available for current and past patients, family, friends, and healthcare workers.
Even stuff that I didn't ask, they were answered, and I was like, oh, I didn't think of that. And it was just nice. It just feels less lonely and you feel heard, because when you do get sick, you do feel a little invisible.
Last year, the line received nearly 26,000 calls and inquiries, but only 5% of those came from Alberta. The Cancer Information Helpline number is 1-888-939-3333. For 28 years, it was a key part of the community for people with disabilities. Just ahead, why the Disability Action Hall has been forced to close up shop. Major player in artificial intelligence sees its stock go down. Joining me is Liana Wachniak, investment advisor with the Popwich Carmeli Advisory Group. And Liana, NVIDIA shares dropped after its earnings report today.
That's right. And it was interesting because NVIDIA actually posted really strong earnings. They saw their sales up 94% and posted a revenue for the quarter forward looking at about $78 billion. Now, that was actually ahead of most analyst expectations, but wasn't quite enough for a lot of investors. Now, there are a few factors at play here. NVIDIA typically has outsized reported earnings, so that was maybe an additional expectation that retail investors were not getting when they looked at this particular report. There were actually maybe some hopes that investors were going to see more cash returned to them, and that didn't happen. NVIDIA is looking at focusing that on their AI segment. And the other thing that we saw was a potential for some supply chain shortages when it comes to some of their chipsets, particularly on the gaming side. They are focusing more on their AI segment. So we did see them sell off today, down almost 5.5%.
And the final three of Canada's big banks report their earnings.
That's right. We had RBC, TD, and CIBC all report their quarterly earnings today. Now, across the board, it was ahead of market expectations. So that's actually good news for all three of the banks. We saw profit increase across the board, particularly in the Canadian banking areas and in the overall capital markets areas, because there has been a fair bit of trading activity given the volatility of the markets for the last little bit. So good headlines across the board. A bit of an interesting story when it comes to loan loss provisions, in the sense that some banks are increasing, some banks are decreasing. So there's a little bit of not necessarily a consensus direction. Canadian banks may be seeing a differing opinion about where the Canadian economy might be sitting for the next little bit. Not necessarily anything to worry about when it comes to bank financials.
All right. Thanks for the update.
Thank you.
The city is limiting underground construction near the Bearspaw South feeder main until the new replacement pipe is finished. Officials say underground utility and service work poses a risk due to the fragile nature of the deteriorating pipe. The temporary change means no digging within 10 meters of the feeder main and limited permissions for underground work on nearby roads. The city is reaching out to those with existing development and construction permits. It says the move won't impact residents doing renovation and landscaping work on private properties. Alberta's new budget has been tabled. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. This year's budget has a deficit of $9.4 billion. With revenue not keeping up with spending, there's a long list of increased costs that Albertans will have to shoulder. Coming up at 6, we'll have a reaction to that. Also ahead, our one-on-one with Alberta's finance minister. What Nate Horner has to say about the province breaking its own balanced budget law. We'll see you at 6. Ian.
Thank you, Tara. Staff, supporters, and clients of the Disability Action Hall met for one last time to say goodbye to the program. They gathered at the Cat and Fiddle pub for a farewell. For the last 28 years, the Disability Action Hall has helped disabled Calgarians navigate the often complex world of living with a disability. Changes in government funding forced the organization to close its doors. Those changes were announced last year, and the agency has operated on emergency funding since then. But Friday will be its last day, and members of the disabled community say it will be badly missed.
It's devastating, not just to us, but to the community. Our community partners understand what we contribute to the city of Calgary and to the province of Alberta, and at the national level, what we've done. So we've had a long, strong legacy of being very effective and impactful.
A spokesperson for the province says it's now focusing on funding organizations that directly allocate resources to disabled Albertans and their families. Snow avoiding it, a substantial amount of snow is on the way. You might want to find that shovel yet again. Right now in Calgary, no snow yet, and it's still +8. Danielle has details coming up. Let's look on the bright side.
I love when you do this.
That's just the kind of guy I am. Okay, so we are getting a fair amount of snow, but it's really only a 24, 36-hour event. By the end of this weekend, it will be quite a bit warmer.
Yeah, 2 days of cold, 1 and a bit of snow.
Okay.
We can handle that, right? Our backs can handle all that shoveling.
Sure.
8 currently right now, 9 was the high. It's hard to believe looking at this live shot in the graphic that we are getting into this big wintry mess. But I think Mother Nature is just trying to prep us for March, because March is the snowiest month. So we're just about there. Okay, temperatures will drop. I think the key thing to know for tonight, it will be windy and snowy. So visibility will be reduced to 0 at times, blizzard-like conditions. Then tomorrow we'll have less wind. It will be calmer on the wind front, but the snow will be more intense for tomorrow morning. So yes, if you can work from home, do that. Anywhere from 10 to 15 centimeters. Some areas outside of the city could even see 30 centimeters. -4 in the morning, -11 in the afternoon.
Thanks, Danielle. It's a rough job, but someone's got to do it. RCMP are looking for help naming their newest police puppies. The Police Dog Service Training Center in Innisfail is asking children to suggest names for 13 German Shepherd puppies that will become future RCMP police dogs. Prizes will be given out for names chosen that start with the letter B. The contest is open to 4 to 14-year-olds. The deadline for entries is March 26th. For more information, head to our website, ctvnewscalgary.ca. Thanks for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.